we have to solve x raised to the power of 4 into x minus 3 is equal to 32 raised to the power of 12. In this type of a problem, this is an indices question, okay? So in solving it, all right, we have x raised to the power of x minus 3 is equal to 32 raised to the power of 12. Okay, here we need to reduce the powers because there is 4 here and there are 2 and there is 12 here. 4 and 12 are like they are factors of one another. 4 is a factor of 12, so we can divide this one by 4. We can also divide this one by 4. All right, so if we do that, this 4 cancel this 4, and 4 into this 12 is 3. Okay, so we are going to have x raised to the power of x minus 3 is equal to 32 raised to the power of 3. Okay, it's now in a simpler form. All right, so but if you look at this 32, we can still break it down further. If you consider the for indices, we normally convert numbers that are not in their index form into the index form. Okay, so 32 is the same thing as 2 raised to the power of 5, and then there is this 3 here. Okay, but there's another law of indices where you have a raised to the power of m into n is the same thing as a raised to the power of n into m. That is, you interchange the powers. Okay, so in this case we can interchange this one, that is x minus 3 is equal to 2 raised to the power of 3 into 5. Okay, so that will now give us an opportunity to simplify this one into 2 raised to the power of 3 is what? Is 8. That is 2 in 3 places, then raised to the power of 5. At this stage now, it becomes a bit complicated, but there's a way to solve it out. Okay, x minus 3 and we have 5 here. So if we have x raised to the power of x minus 3, then this 5 here can be represented. We need to have 8 here so that it will align with this one. So if you see 5 here, 5 will be the same thing as what? To be the same thing as 8 minus 3. All right, so representing 5 now is 8 minus 3. So in that case, if you look at x, and there is 8 and 8, there is minus 3 and there is minus 3. In this case, we can see that x is equal to what? 8, because x and x, 8 and 8, minus 3 and minus 3, then x must be 8, and that will be the answer. Thanks.